Yo, what is going on, guys? It is your boy Boris, and I'm here with my UFC 298 picks, man. This is a good ass card. It's been a minute since we have a stacked card, and this one is the definition of stacked, all right? I was gonna give my picks for the whole card, but I don't have too much time, so I'm just gonna do the main card only. We're just gonna start off right off rip, man. Anthony Hernandez versus Roman Kopylov. If you would have asked me like 2 days ago, I would have said Roman Kopylov 100% because I really didn't know who Anthony Hernandez was. But after watching his fight versus Barlot, that dude is a hard puncher and he got dominated the whole time on the ground. This man, Anthony Hernandez, is like a Khabib on the ground. And I feel like that's going to be his same strategy going into the Roman Kopylov fight. Roman Kopylov does have those hands and kicks, man. He's really good with that. But Anthony Hernandez, I feel like he's just going to avoid that, maybe exchange a little bit, and then just go straight for the takedown. Roman Kopylov's two only losses were right when he came into the UFC, and they were both to wrestlers / submission artists. So, with that being said, I'm going to have to go with Anthony Hernandez. Okay. Let's move on to the next one. We got Merab versus Henry Cejudo, okay? I got 100% Merab, okay? He's a lock, okay? If you look at his fight versus Peter Yan, he did amazing. I've never seen so many takedowns in my life and attempted takedowns. With Henry being out of his prime, he's already talking about, if he loses this fight, he's going to retire. So, with that being said, if his mindset is already like that, Merab's going to walk through him. He doesn't have it anymore. Henry, he's washed up. And Merab is a cardio machine. He's just going to keep going, keep going. It's only a 3-round fight, so he's definitely not going to get tired. Merab for the win. All right, for this next fight, we got Geoff Neal versus Ian Gary. So I was a little bit skeptical of picking Ian Gary. That's who I'm going with. Because Geoff Neal, he has quite the resume, man. He's fought literally the best people in the division, but he's lost to them. I didn't watch the Neil Magny fight when he fought him, but if I would imagine Geoff Neal would beat Neil Magny, but that did not happen. He actually lost. He looked really good in the Shavkat fight, even though he was getting pieced up. He did a lot of damage to Shavkat, which is impressive. Shavkat's, not an easy fighter to fight. But Ian Gary, he's looked real sharp in his past fights. He keeps his distance. He's patient. I saw he's training with Charles Oliveira. He's working on those submission skills. He just beat Neil Magny not too long ago. Neil Magny, he just doesn't throw enough, and his punches aren't very strong. But yeah, I got Ian Gary for this one. We got a return of the non-actives, okay? We got Robert Whittaker and Paulo Costa. Paulo Costa hasn't fought since 2022. He beat Luke Rockhold in a unanimous decision. But he's just been too inactive, I'm sorry. He has prepared for like 3 training camps, but they all fell through. He's known for getting pulled out of fights, whether it's him or his opponent. But he's fighting Robert Whittaker, who just lost to Duplessis, and he got dominated. Everybody's saying that's not the Robert Whittaker we know. I honestly haven't watched too much of Robert Whittaker. I just know he's fought great people. This one I'm really not sure about, but I'm leaning more towards Robert Whittaker, man. He's the favorite, but this is a fight I would hedge because it could go either way, man. They both haven't been too active. Both fought similar opponents. They're both tough. It's going to be a good fight. I'm excited for this one. And finally, we have Topuria versus Volk, man. I can't wait to see this fight. Topuria on his come up. He looks amazing in all his past fights. He has everything. He has the striking. He has the wrestling. He has the submission. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. Volk, though, he's just an all-around great fighter, man. Look how many times he's defended his belt. It's crazy. He's definitely going to go as one of the GOATs in UFC. Definitely going to be in the Hall of Fame. But he just recently got knocked out. And Topuria, his hands are so strong. I feel like that Islam fight really helped Alex understand, the power of, a good wrestler, man. and like the skill set that Islam has. I feel like he really learned a lot, and he's gonna use that in the Topuria fight. But man, I really don't think he can get past Topuria. If anybody in the featherweight division can beat Volk, it's Topuria. Without a doubt, man. He's just so skilled everywhere, and I believe it's gonna be Volk's toughest fight. Well, nah. Islam, I don't know if he's gonna be tougher than that, but Topuria is no joke. But this fight, I will be hedging, okay? If you don't know what hedging means, it means you're gonna bet on both players or fighters. I have a 9-leg parlay with Topuria, and I have a 9-leg parlay with Volk. Just in case it does go either way, 50 turns into 2 bands, 3 bands. I think it's gonna hit. I got like 9 locks on this bet. Yeah, I'm leaning more towards Topuria, but Volk can definitely get it done in the distance, in my opinion. I feel like if Volk does win, it's gonna be a 5-round war, and Volk will get the decision because he does throw a lot of volume, probably more than Topuria, but Topuria is gonna bring it, man. But yeah, that's gonna be my UFC 298 picks. If you enjoyed the video at all, if you have different opinions, let me know. I really can't wait for this card, and it's gonna be a banger. Peace.